It looks familiar, and yet different. Well, well. Is this a dream? I need to get out of here.
Fool.
Father.
Blind fool.
Well, what don't I see? Maybe you could give me an answer this time.
What don't you know?
Why is the golem pursuing our blood? You've not just put me in danger, but Liga as well. Who did you hurt so much that the golem was aiming to? Hold on. It succeeded, didn't it? That's what killed you. That's what made the building fall on you. Why did you let a rat like Konieczkin into our home? Now he's dogging Liga and me. Were you working for him? Did you start informing on your customers for him?
A fool's theory.
Who inflicted this punishment on you? What for? And how the hell do I lift it?
Everything I've done.
Was with your children in mind. I've heard it all before. For our good, I know. Thanks a lot. I definitely didn't ask for a blood curse. Are you finally going to say something?
You've wasted your time. I left you all the answers. You just have to find them.
Where am I supposed to look for them? In the Black Grimoire, which I nearly got from you? In that case, where is it? Who was it? Your friends? Your coterie that you hid even from your lover? Who are they? What were you planning?
You possess everything I had.
Look who's up. Sleeping Beauty. Have some coffee. In the morning, Grażynka brews it strong. Unless we're still arguing.
Forgive me for yesterday. Warsaw was getting to me.
Yes, I know the feeling. And I don't want to quarrel with you either. We'd be better off focusing on the obstacles ahead of us. Maybe I'll talk to Konieczkin.
I suspect he'll offer us a deal with the devil.
For now, I'm just thinking out loud. I thought about what you were saying yesterday. Those strange phenomena related to the golem. Once, when I was taking a carriage to the store, the horse took fright. First it reared, then it started kicking, and after a moment it froze and dropped dead on the cobblestones. But it was already old. Could that have been the golem?
That I don't know yet.
Does that mean we might be in danger?
I don't know how long it took the golem to reach Father. He only found me in Warsaw that one time. I don't know how he works.
I can't believe Father didn't know that either. There must be something in his office. Anything.
Maybe.
Is there any other way you could find out?
Has anything been reported about Port Praga?
I've been keeping an eye out, but nothing yet.
It's going to be hard to cover up that much damage. I'm afraid that soon they'll find a few bodies there too.
Hyenas like fresh corpses.
I had a dream about Father.
Me too. Right after he died. He was soothing me with my favorite lullaby.
First he insulted me, and then blood poured down his face.
Very funny. Do you see him often in your dreams?
This was only the second time. I hope there will be more. They're not ordinary dreams. They're very...
Why don't we focus on real life?
I know that you're still sorting through things.
I'm basically done, and I was planning to... Will you join me?
I should look through all of Father's things in the store. Everything he left behind.
All right. Let's go. Just the sign. Or maybe the owner.
That's right. Now it's your kingdom.
I don't think queens dig through columns of numbers, exotic names, addresses, and consignment notes. Or scold customers who don't know the difference between powdered skull and powdered mummy. Have you developed an interest in the family business?
This conversation has convinced me even more that Father left the business in the right hands.
I have to take care of the inventory. Try not to make more of a mess than there already is. I wanted to talk to you about a certain university.
I have to poke around here a little more yet. I'm not completely sure what to look for.
If you need anything, just ask.
What is this?
The photograph, Victor. A marvelous invention. Father was very fond of them.
I meant what Father has on his face. That...
Did you want something, or are you here to joke around?
When was this picture taken?
Who knows, a quarter century ago? You two look more and more alike.
The guy next to Father. That's Hayat, right?
Yes, he's just younger, Victor. That's how photographs work, you know. They stop time and place. I can also see here that they were friends. But a year ago, that ended and they stopped working together.
Yes.
It's a shame Papa never said why. Is that all?
When was this picture taken?
Who knows, a quarter century ago? We must... You two look more and more alike.
Don't scare me. I'm taking another look around. I'll take a quick look around.
Be careful. On my way.
Fate has brought us together again, Victor Shulsky.
Why do you bother, King of the Tempermancers?
I learned from my mistakes, and now the time... Come on, I dare!
I will renounce the throne. Just leave me alone.
This is the way! Otherwise, how...
I've heard there's...
The title...
have to find their meeting place.
That's him, the one with the book. You oozing carbuncle. You ain't had enough of Warsaw yet? So you're sticking your nose in on people here?
You know what happens to fellas who sniff around where they ain't supposed to?
Mirov don't kid around with them.
I just wanted to stop by the laundry.
He must have shit his pants. You'll have to find yourself another laundry.
You're talking nonsense!
By Abraham's beard, that's the way it was. Did you hear about Praga? I'm at the harbor getting fish, and half the wharf is in splinters. They said there's even bodies.
More bodies than they usually fish out of the Vistula, practically every day. They were only just writing about Povishle.
But listen to this. They're saying it's some giant did it all.
You sure?
Maybe I can help. Recently, I've taken an interest in one of those.
Leave us alone. Did you wander in here by mistake?
I hope those guys outside are your relatives. Otherwise, you're paying too much for your protection. Are you scared of something?
I'm not easily frightened. I have the time spent working with your father to thank for that. You got some dirty laundry that needs cleaning, Mr. Shulsky.
Let's have a word about your conflict with my father.
There was no such thing. I have warm feelings for the store, and his father as well.
Why did you quit working for my father?
It was a mutual decision.
I know that you and my father parted ways in bad terms. What happened?
We both had difficult personalities, but I still remember him fondly.
You're not telling me everything.
I don't have to explain myself to you, Mr. Shulsky.
I'm leaving now, but I can tell this won't be the last time we meet.
Farewell. Is there something else you need?
You were curious how my father...
That's awful. How did it happen?
I'm glad you're asking.
Yes.
Let's talk about your relationship with my father. A tense relationship.
Mr. Shulsky, I'll say it one more time. Stanisław and I didn't quarrel.
Liar. Your anger still lingers around the photograph of my father. You're going to find it hard to hide anything from me.
I'm not in the habit of speaking ill of the dead, Mr. Shulsky. Especially to their family. Old grudges drove us apart. Not all
And might they give you a reason to seek revenge? A motive?
I can't summon golems if that's what you're getting at.
But you know there is such a possibility.
Is that all? I need to get back to work.
I'm leaving now, but I can tell this won't be the last time we meet.
Farewell.
What a day. I can't stop thinking about... Yes, I suppose you're right. Hello.
You said a month, 2 at most. I believed you. Then came the very first rain, and it was pouring in again. You fixed it, then the next rain. Soaked. I can't sleep because I have to keep emptying buckets. It's leaking just as badly as it was before. But the eyes of God are in every place, and they're watching.
Rabbi, when I said 2 months, you said there was one hole in the ceiling, but the whole building is in shambles here.
I can do it.
Quiet! You can seal up your daddy's barn with straw. The roof is gonna get holes because the foundations are crumbling.
So, let's go down to the basement.
Oh no, definitely not there.
Am I speaking to Rabbi Sofer?
You see, all I gotta do is mention these cellars and his name comes up.
Would Hashem let a synagogue be haunted?
Hey now, quiet.
You're too late, I'm afraid. My name is Feldman. Rabbi Sofer departed this world almost a year ago. Forgive me, I have worldly matters to attend to.
I understand, Rabbi. And if someone were to help you with these workers?
In the words of the market woman trying to tempt a Jewish man into idolatry, what harm would it do?
I understand. Back up. God helps those who help themselves.
But maybe you're right, Rabbi. Maybe Hashem is afflicting us, setting a test for us.
You heard the guy talking about Sofer. The old man cursed this place, especially these cellars.
So, I'll go on my own.
On your own.
You've gotten... I think Hashem...
I'm the son of Stanisław Schulz, and I really need help.
Let's go into my office. Let's show Hashem we accept the challenge.
What do we have here? What do we have here?
Please, tell me what problem brought you.
Rabbi Sofer put a curse on my father. Unfortunately, it started affecting...
A curse is a serious accusation, you know.
Maybe, Rabbi, you could tell me something about golems.
Son of Stanisław, golems are a matter of Kabbalah, and you are... It's a trap for a soul. There are tales of golems being summoned for revenge, but they all end rather badly. And you claim that Sofer supposedly sent a golem? Yes, here you are. Is there anything else I can help you with?
Rabbi, could you tell me something about Sofer?
He was fair, but also difficult and very principled, like this city. Riots, provocations, pogroms, overpopulation.
Who can summon a golem?
Normally, it's determined by need. The Kabbalist rabbi summons the golem himself, but other Jewish people can also entreat him. In legends, the golem is a terrible punishment and a tool for meting out divine justice. But
How can I stop a golem?
to summon it to life, you write the 3 Hebrew letters spelling emes, truth, on the clay that formed it. In an attempt to stop the monster, the heroes of these legends would erase the first letter from its clay body. But I don't know how much truth is in that.
Rabbi, could you help me understand something about Kabbalah?
No, and I'll say no more on the subject.
I'm afraid that I won't find anything more here. Thank you, Rabbi. Mordechai Hayat. What do you know? Rabbi? Mordechai Hayat.
He owns one of the laundries here in Miruf. Maybe there are other things I could be of more help.
I found a prescription belonging to the old rabbi.
He had heart problems. The local pharmacist would...
What was that pharmacist called?
Abraham Horowitz. But now his pharmacy is sitting empty.
Let me guess.
Unfortunately. Some say that the socialists were involved. Let's keep talking, if you need to.
Rabbi, could you tell me something about Sofer?
He was fair, but also But if he...
I have another questions.
I'm listening.
I'll be off now.
I'll pray for you.
Mr.
You didn't need the power to send the golem after my father. Old Sofer did it at your request.
And do you know what for?
You hated him when you quit working for him, and you still hate...
I wager you don't have a blind clue what you're talking.
What kind of justice is it when children suffer for their father's sins? You started it, so you...
Miss Ligia, what do you want?
To get rid of the golem. Tell me something, anything, that will get me closer to a solution. Where? Into an alley, where some friend of yours will smack me around?
To the synagogue. Are you coming?
Yes, let's go.
We'll stop to get Feldman.
So...
No wonder the roof is leaking if the foundation is crumbling. A lovely metaphor, Hashem. But what happened here had nothing to do with Hashem. Did it?
Mr. Shulsky wished to know the origin of his curse. This is where it took it. I wanted his father to suffer. Maybe I wished death on.
Revenge is no justice. It is always dictated by anger. But Sofer agreed to it.
What else do you want to know?
This place won't tell me any more.
And what have you learned?
The hole you can't miss over there is the new door the golem smashed.
And no one saw anything. How is that?
Is that your worry, Rabbi?
The clay formed a shell that Sofer infused with the saluter.
Sofer told me I could feel the clay absorbing my anger.
Hours? That must have been horribly exhausting.
What's a few hours in exchange for a curse that lasts generation? These are the remains of some fabric that Sofer wrote something on. There's not enough left to read any. That's all, but I'm not any closer to a solution.
A thaumaturge and a Kabbalist?
Do you know one, Rabbi?
There's only one name that
Ariel Roffe. A good-for-nothing, vengeful, godless
Strong words from your lips.
Of course.
Do you know one another?
You could say that. I'll track him down.
Standing where you are now, what do you think about your father's responsibility in all this?
As I see it,
Meaning?
neither my sister nor I had anything to... Justice would be if everyone paid the price for their own...
How much anger must a person hold inside? Who are you or Sofer to decide who deserves what punishment? All right, I think it's time for us to go. This place just makes the blood boil. Let's get Mr. Shulsky away from here. And stop by tomorrow. We'll have some tea and work through a few questions.
Mr. Shulsky, I would like this to be our farewell. I tell you from my heart, anger and pride are poor advisors. I know that firsthand.
Shall we?
Let's get out of here.